G'day folks, and welcome to Robbie's River Roundup for Friday the 5th of December 2014. Proudly brought to you by the Wangaratta little bush spider, I think that was. Proudly brought to you by Adventure Camping and Fishing at 14 Rowan Street, Wangaratta. I've decided to come out here tonight, film my river roundup and have a bit of a flick around with a few lures. I've got my cod rod, the water's quite dark. I'm just going to go nice and quiet and see how I go. The water's dark. I'll tell you why the water's dark. There's a combination of a few things. The rivers are very, very low at the moment, particularly the King and the Ovens around Wangaratta. We've had quite a bit of rain in the last few weeks. When I say quite a bit, we haven't just had a big torrential downpour. We've had a half an inch here, then a half an inch there, and an inch over there, here an inch there, an inch everywhere, half an inch if you know what I mean. Just enough to just put a bit of dirty water in, flush out, a bit more dirty water, flush out, and the result is a little bit of colour in the water. We haven't had enough rain to lift the rivers up, so they're just a bit off colour. Even right up high in the upper reaches of the rivers and in some of the real clear water upland sections, the water's still really clear. The clarity's hardly even been altered, but it's got a real dark tannin sort of a look to it. So one of the reasons behind this is the rain. One of the other reasons is the wind. The wind blows a lot of leaves and leaf litter and stuff into the water, which releases tannins and just makes it a bit darker. And the other reason is because the water's dried up. It's the start of summer now, it's quite warm, it's 34 degrees now I think. Once that water warms up, the oxygen just starts to deplete a bit. When that happens, it just takes on a darker sort of a look. It loses that real nice green tinge. So it's a bit darker. Usually spells a slight slowdown in fishing conditions, but it doesn't shut them down. I'm in a nice narrow little bit of water here. I'm just going to walk along really quietly. I'm a big believer in stealth. I'm just going to go nice and quiet and just flick around, and I'm confident that I'll pick up one or two fish tonight. The trout streams are all looking really good. They've had the same thing, a bit of rain here and there, just kept them a little bit fresh, but they're certainly clear. They're all very clear and they're all flowing really well. Some of them are getting a bit low, but they're no lower now than what they were a few weeks ago, thanks to that intermittent rain that we've been getting, and there's more intermittent showers and thunderstorms forecast over the next few days. So in a nutshell, the rivers are looking, how can I describe it? It's better than okay. They're looking reasonably good, but they're not perfect. The trout streams are almost looking perfect once you get right up high in the hills. The water's a bit warmer, so temperature-wise they're probably not perfect for trout, but visually they're looking perfect. And the lowland stretches are just a bit discoloured. If you're not confident using lures, by all means try bait, but I think most of them are pretty good for lures just at the moment. I know the Kiwa River's looking good. I've got a friend that was up there the other day who commented and told me how well it's looking. The Broken River's looking just like the Broken River, which is its murky normalness, for want of a better word. So there you go, the rivers are looking okay. If you're heading out fishing this weekend, just be prepared for some okay conditions. And good luck this weekend if you go out, and I'll see you next week. Got him, look at that. I knew there had to be one out there somewhere. He's not a big fish, but here we go. I knew there would have to be one out there somewhere. Nice little Murray cod here of around, looks like about 50 centimetres, maybe 54, 55 centimetres. Maybe camera shot. Oh, the hook's fallen out of his mouth. He's still got one in the back of his gill. If he gets off, it doesn't matter, because I'm only going to put him back anyway, like I do most of them. Open your mouth, buddy. Right, look at that. Don't know whether the camera's picking that up, but it's completely dislodged from its mouth, that hook. Just still got one on its back. I probably should use pliers for this, because if he kicks, he could dig one of the other hooks into my mouth, into my hand, sorry. And what I've got to do is quickly get the pliers out of my bag. Sorry, Mr. Fish. Right. Unhook him. Get him back in the water. Look at that. He's fine. He hasn't been out for very long at all. There he is. You see that? What a lovely Murray cod. I'm guessing around about 50 centimetres, give or take a little bit. I'll keep that, he'll give me an almighty kick and off he goes. Love it. Love it. That's my first score on the board for the evening. I said when I filmed my river roundup earlier, conditions weren't perfect, but I was confident I'd get one or two. I've got one, and it's not even the magic hour yet. Once the sun's completely off the water, then I'll call it the magic hour. That's when things come to life. So there's every chance I'll pick up another one. Loving it, loving it, loving it.